Hello everyone. In the previous class, we have studied about geotechnical engineering subject, our third chapter, the index properties of soil. In that chapter, we discussed about water content and the different methods to find out the water content, like oven ring method, our sand bath method, then our calcium carbide method, and the last one is our pictometer method. Out of this method, the standard method is our open rank method and the quick method is our calcium carbide method. So in open rank method, just I explain the procedure and the formula for finding out the water content value through the experiment. So after that, I just told the different particle size of different soil particles like clay, silt, sand, gravel, cobbles and boulder. So after that, I have written two types of analysis on particle size distribution, that is sieve analysis, and another one is sedimentation analysis. So in this class we will cover the sieve analysis topic. Okay. I already told in the previous class, sieve analysis is done for the particles whose size is greater than 75 micron. This I already told. If the size is less than 75 micron, then you have to follow sedimentation analysis. Otherwise, you have to follow your sieve analysis. Clear? Okay. So what is sieve analysis telling? So according to sieve analysis, you will be given the size of sieve. Suppose you have taken the size like 80 mm, 40 mm, 20 mm, 10 mm, 4.75 mm, like this. Like this, a sieve size were given. Okay. So how to do this sieve analysis, I will explain in a table. So in the sieve analysis, we generally taking different size of sieve. Okay, 80 mm, 40 mm, 20 mm, 10 mm, 4.7 mm. First you should know what is sieve. Sieve means ये एक ऐसा रहता है मतलब sieve, मतलब सपोज 20 mm का sieve लिए तुम, ठीक है, वहाँ पे सॉइल को तुमको सीफ किए, शेक किए उस सॉइल को, तो 20 mm से जो ज़्यादा है, सपोज एक पार्टिकल का साइज 25 mm है, तो वो क्या रहेगा, वो रिटेन रहेगा कि चला जाएगा नीचे? वो ऑब्वियसली रिटेन रहेगा, क्योंकि उसका साइज ज़्यादा है, वो होल से वो डिफरेंट होल रहता है, उसका साइज रहता है 20 mm वो सीप में. तुम जब एक्सपेरिमेंट करोगे तब ज़्यादा क्लियर रहेगा. तो सपोज 20 mm का साइज थोड़ा 15 mm हो गया, कौन से सॉइल के लिए, एक सॉइल लिया, उसका एक पार्टिकल का साइज 15 mm हो गया, तो वो क्या रहेगा, वो सीप के नीचे चला जाएगा. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे दो टर्म आएगा, वन इज रिटेन्ड, अनदर वन इज पासिंग. ओके, एक सीप से अगर वो सॉइल का साइज ज़्यादा हो गया तो ऑब्वियसली वो रिटेन कर जाएगा, जाएगा नहीं अंदर. अगर वो सीप से वो सॉइल का पार्टिकल का साइज लेस हो गया तो वो इजीली पास हो जाएगा. तो वो रहेगा डिफरेंस बिटवीन रिटेन्ड एंड पासिंग. So in this case we'll find out the percentage finer. Finer means which size is less than that, less than this size, means it is less than suppose 80 mm, then we'll find some value, less than 40 mm we'll find some value, a percentage finer than that value. So in this case, how to find out that? So after taking the number of sieves, you take weight retained. Okay, weight retained, next column. So after sieving process completed, the sieving process can be completed by using your manual sieve secker या फिर your automatic sieve secker. By using a machine if you are doing, that is automatic. If you are doing manually by using hand, that is manual sieve secker. Okay, in our lab both are there. So according to that, after the sieving process completed, you have to take individual weight for individual sieve. Suppose 80 mm में रह गया हमारा 5 ग्राम का, तो यहाँ पे 5 लिख लिए. 40 mm का रह गया 25 ग्राम, 20 mm में रखा 35. ओके, यहाँ पे रहेगा सपोज 15 ग्राम, लाइक दिस. यहाँ रहेगा 20. So now what is the total weight? Total weight 30, 65, 80, 100. So it is 100. So we have taken the sample as suppose 100 gram. 100 ग्राम का सैंपल लिए, तो यहाँ पे रुक गया 5 ग्राम 80 mm में, 40 mm में 25 ग्राम रुक गया, 20 mm में 35, 10 mm में 15 और 4% में 20 रहेगा. ठीक है. उसके बाद हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे परसेंटेज वेट रिटेन. हाउ टू फाइंड आउट परसेंटेज? Obviously the individual weight by total weight into 100. So it will be 5 by 100 into 100. It will give you percentage, that is 5%, like this. All the values you can calculate. 35% here, 15% here, 20%. Now what we have to find out? Cumulative percentage weight retained. Okay, here also it will come 100%. So how to find out cumulative? Cumulative means just the addition of each sieve number, that is percentage weight return. Here it should be 5. Next cumulative will be just adding both the term, that will be 30. Next this will be added 30 plus 35, that is 65. Then it will be added, that is 80%. Then it will be added here 100%. Always remember it should come 100%. Okay, that is why your calculation is correct. Now you have to find out percentage final, which is required by sieve analysis. How to find out? Just take 100 minus cumulative weight retained, percentage weight. So 100 minus 5, it will be 95%. Like 100 minus 30, it will be 70%. Here 35%. Here 20%. Here 0%. So it is your percentage final column. Now how do you analyze this thing? So after this part is over, you have to you take the analysis. So for the analysis, one curve we are taking, that is grain size distribution curve or particle size distribution curve. Now note it down after taking a screenshot. Then we will do the particle size distribution curve. Particle size distribution curve या फिर grain size distribution curve, whatever. So how this curve we are doing? For your information, this sieve analysis is also there in your experiment, in your CE lab 2, civil engineer lab 2, sieve analysis is also there. So we are generally doing this curve by taking two parameters. Here the logarithmic of diameter in the logarithmic scale. In y-axis we will take percentage final. Okay, this is the curve. This is a semi-logarithmic curve. In the x-axis we are taking the logarithmic scale, logarithmic of diameter of the size of the particle. in the y-axis we are taking percentage final. So suppose the curve will come like this, okay, here the percent final, here the logarithmic of diameter, okay. So after that you will be acquainted with t term, suppose here d10, here d30, here d60. Why I have written d10, d30 and d60? These terms are, d10 is also called effective size. So what this term denote? d10 means what? The size of the particles where the 10% of soil particles are finer than the size, okay. It is the size of the particle where the 10% soil is finer than that size. D30 means what? 30% soil is finer than that size. D60 means 60% soil is finer than that size. So this is all about D10, D30 and D60. Here the 10% soil is finer than that size. Here the 30% finer. Here the 60% finer soil. Okay. Why I have written this D10, D30, D60? To determine two important parameter, important term you will acquainted with, that is, one is coefficient of uniformity, that is Cu. Another term is coefficient of curvature, that is Cc. Okay. So after calculating the D10, D30, D60, how to find out coefficient of uniformity? The coefficient of uniformity can be found out by using the formula D60 by D10. Okay, and the coefficient of curvature can be found out by using the formula D30 square by D60 into D10. Okay, now these two terms over. Now the question is how to define the soil in terms of that is well graded soil or poorly graded soil. Okay, so now two terms. Again, the last two terms you are common across with. I hope you note down this formula. So according to that coefficient of uniformity and coefficient curvature, the soil is generally divided into two parts. One is well graded soil, another one is poorly graded soil. Again this poorly graded soil is divided into two parts. One is uniform soil, another one is gap graded soil. So how to know from the curve it is well graded soil and it is poorly graded soil? So this is the example of generally well graded soil because every size is present in this particles, well graded soil. But uniform soil means what? Only one size will be present in it. This is uniform soil. You can see the curve. This is almost vertical, means only one size is there. Here most of the size of that soil is only about 1 only. Okay, suppose the size is suppose 30 mm, so all the particle size is 30 mm. So this is not well graded. Well graded soil means हर एक साइज का पार्टिकल रहता है वो सॉइल में, वो होता है वेल ग्रेडेड. बट इफ ओनली वन साइज इज प्रेजेंट of the soil, that will be poorly graded soil. So on poorly graded soil, this is the example of uniform soil. Now what is gap graded soil? Gap graded means यहाँ पे कुछ रहेगा, फिर हॉरिजॉन्टल हो जाएगा, फिर थोड़ा ऊपर जाएगा. ये तो ये हो गया तुम्हारा गैप ग्रेडेड सॉइल. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे गैप रहेगा. ठीक है, ये हो गया गैप ग्रेडेड. गैप ग्रेडेड सॉइल. यहाँ पे थोड़ा गैप हो गया, यहाँ पे वर्टिकल हो गया, यहाँ पे थोड़ा वर्टिकल हो गया, इतना हॉरिजॉन्टल नहीं रहता. ओके, ये हो गया तुम्हारा गैप ग्रेडेड सॉइल. मतलब कुछ एक जगह हर एक पार्टिकल रह गया, कुछ जगह एक ही पार्टिकल साइज रह गया, ऐसे टाइप का गैप रहता है, वो गैप ग्रेडेड सॉइल. So the soil may be uniform or the soil may be your gap graded soil, that is to be under the poorly graded soil. But if all the sizes are present in a soil particle, that will become under well graded soil. So this is all about your particle size distribution curve to find out well graded and poorly graded. Now how to calculate this well graded or poorly graded? By calculating your coefficient of uniformity and coefficient of curvature. How to know this? Okay, so for the soil to be well graded, the coefficient of uniformity should be greater than 6 for sand, and the coefficient of uniformity should be greater than 4 for gravel. Okay, why I have not written for clay or silt? Anyone? Because the coefficient of uniformity, the all analysis is about our sieve analysis. So sieve analysis generally we are doing for coarse grained soil for the size greater than your 75 micron. So the size greater than 75 micron means the example is our sand and gravel. Clay and silt are coming under your fine grained soil. The size is less than 75 micron. That analysis should be done in sedimentation analysis, not in sieve analysis. So in sieve analysis, the clay silt term will never come. Always deal with coarse grained soil, that is maybe sand or that may be gravel. So it is the range of coefficient of uniformity and coefficient of curvature. The range is 1 to 3. Okay, so this is about your well graded soil. If the range is differs from this above range, that should become under poorly graded soil. Suppose the coefficient of uniformity for sand particle is 3, then that should be poorly graded. Okay, so well graded soil, for sand the coefficient of uniformity should be greater than 6. For gravel the coefficient of uniformity should be greater than 4, and the coefficient of curvature should be 1 to 3. If the range deviate, then the soil should be treated as poorly graded soil. Okay, this is all about your sieve analysis part. In the next class, I will teach you about your sedimentation analysis, okay, which is used for fine grained soil. Till now, if any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.